Hi, my name is Yana and I'm here to help you create the life you love to wake up to. I just wanted to hop on real quick and share this message because I feel like someone will need to hear it. And it's basically for those of you watching that are kind of in a slump. You don't really know how to get out of it. Maybe you're in a transition phase. Maybe you just don't know what your next step is. It's basically when you're kind of feeling not your best, but you also don't know how to get out of it. You're feeling a bit stuck. So the first thing is really, I guess, the hardest because we tend to not want to do that, but it's acceptance. So just accept that you're here. Accept that you're not feeling your best. Okay, yeah, like I'm not feeling good. I might need help. I might need support. Writing it down or just saying out loud what you're feeling, it is super important. So even if it's just like I feel sad or I feel numb or I don't know, that's already so empowering because you allow the energy around you to settle down. Because usually the energy of being in that funk, in that slump is just like moving. It's usually around your head a lot. It's just like, it's chaotic. To help it ground itself a bit more, you just admit it. You're like, I feel like shit. You know, just like admit it. That's fine. You can admit it out loud to yourself, like I am like now. You can write it down if it feels too much to say. You can speak to a person, even better, because then they'll help you, you know, like give you advice and things. But the first thing is to accept. The second thing is, if you're comparing yourself to other people, try to stop doing that. Everyone is in a different position, you know, like your pasts are always super different from other people, and we tend to forget that when we're seeing someone who has something we want and we're like, damn, like why do they have that and I don't? There's also always going to be someone smarter and someone more successful, someone prettier, someone just better at something, better at this, better than that. There's just no point in beating yourself up about something that someone else is doing, you know, even if they're younger than you and they're more successful. That used to be me. I used to look at people who are younger and be like, wow, like I'm so late, you know, even though I'm 23 now. It's really just realizing that everyone is in their own boat. And also, if it helps you, it's not the best perspective, but if it helps you, realizing that everyone has their own issues. So even that person who's wildly successful that you wish you were also have issues. And like that's just how it is. That's just how we are as humans. Like we all have something. It's really about bringing back the responsibility to your own life back to you. So you're not giving it away to other people by comparing yourself to them. You're not giving it away to the emotions, and so you acknowledge them. It's basically you're taking your power back, you're taking responsibility back. And if you're kind of that person who's like, I wish I had more money, or I wish I was this, or I wish I spoke more languages, or I wish I traveled more, then I would be able to do that. Then I would be able to do what I want to do. No, like stop thinking like that. It's a waste of time. Instead, you can change it to, I'm going to, you know, like anything that you wish you could, you can still do. You can do that today. The point is, what can you do today to take a small step closer to your goal? What can you also do today to be more you? What is it about you that's great? What is it about you that you can channel? What is it about you that you can use that you already have into coming closer to your goals or feeling better? I think we forget that just like the other person that you look up to, you also have those things that other people look up to. So everyone has both sides, negative and the positive. And if we can channel our positive, our strengths, just the things that make us us, our uniqueness, then we'll go so much further than if we would complain and compare and wish that we were somewhere else. So it's really realizing what you have. You could write a love letter to yourself and be like, I love you because you have, or you are, whatever it is, you know. It could be as simple as you have nice hair, and then you could be like, oh, what can I do with that hair? Maybe I can try new hairstyles. And that can kind of give you like a push forward. It's about igniting that flame, starting that momentum, and continuing. And you don't have to force this. I encourage you to really sit with the feelings that make you feel bad so that you can work through them and not store them, because sometimes when we push emotions away and we're like, I don't want to feel sad, I don't want to feel angry, it tends to get stored in our aura, in our bodies, and that's not good for us. So if you're feeling that way, give yourself permission to feel it fully. If you need to cry it out, cry it out. If you need to cry it out for a week, cry it out for a week. If you need to punch a pillow, do that, you know, but just let yourself feel whatever it is that you're feeling, because it's okay, you know, you're safe to feel. We tend to be afraid of those emotions, but it's safe. It's genuinely safe. And like, you can do it in your own room where no one's watching you, and then you can feel like at least no one will know, you know? Once you allow your body to process your emotions to flow through, it'll be much easier for you to handle, because it's when we hold on to them and we're like, oh, why do I feel this way? It gets really stored and it gets really like chaotic, confusing. But then once we feel it and we label that emotion, it can really settle down more. And I'm just gonna leave you one last little thing. This one may or may not resonate, but I believe that we choose our lives. A really good book for that, by the way, is The Journey of Souls. I forgot the author. I'll put it in the description and you can check it out if you're kind of curious about the topic of us choosing our human lives as souls. But I believe that we choose our lives and we're really just souls, and we choose the body, the place we're born, the family that we're with, in order to learn something specific, in order to grow in a specific way. With that body and those soulmates that we have, we choose challenges, kind of an intention that we have when we come down to earth. So the one message I want to leave you is, how can you make the most of it? What can you do now to be more you and to make the most of being you? Instead of comparing, instead of complaining, how can you really make the most of your situation? No matter what it is. I understand some of you might be in a really, having a really hard time. Maybe you suffered a loss, maybe a trauma. But now that you know, and now that you feel that, and after you allow yourself to feel, you can take responsibility for your own life and see where you can take that next step forward. You can't just push yourself down and beat yourself up for the rest of your life. One day you're gonna have to take that step, and whether it's today or tomorrow or in a week, you can start slowly building that momentum. And if you lead with the question every day, is how can I make the most out of my life? How can I be more myself today? You're giving yourself space, you're giving yourself permission to be that person that you want to be. Thank you for watching. I wish you the best of luck and so much love and light wherever you are right now. Take it step by step, take it easy, but take that first step as soon as you can.